It seems that we haven't seen a lot of action out of the share price for Golden Nugget or LCA stock here recently. Now, what is the reason behind this? Well, maybe people just aren't buying in because the price seems to be consolidating and it's been kind of boring. Or maybe there's a bigger reason behind it. How about the elephant in the room? The merger hasn't gone through in the third quarter like it was supposed to. In this video, I'm going to be telling you whether or not it's time to panic or time to buy. And we're going to be starting right now. Hey, what's going on? It's Pat from Top Ticker Trades. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to grow your wealth through investing and trading stocks in the market, make sure you start right now by subscribing and tapping that bell so you never miss a thing. I'll see you in the video. Let's go. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to yet another video. Today, we're talking about LCA or Lancadia Holdings and the merger between Golden Nugget Online Gaming. So as we all know, as of now, a date for the shareholder vote has not been set for this GNOG/LCA merger. However, the merger is anticipated to take place very soon. And what I really wanted to bring to your attention is how undervalued the company is at these prices. So let's not forget that the company is already profitable, and after the merger, it will receive $150 million in debt paydown, in addition to having at least $80 million in cash. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. As we all know, the merger was set to take place at the end of the third quarter. However, we don't even have a date set as of now, so I can certainly understand how this may be concerning to a lot of investors, especially given the fact that other SPACs we've seen have turned out to be frauds. Well, let me go ahead and clarify that and kind of correct myself. One SPAC we've seen has turned out to be a fraud or a scam. And yes, I'm talking about NKLA. But we've seen what's happened with Hyliion, and it seems that we're no longer seeing the same response to these mergers as we did just a few months ago, where the share price would basically skyrocket after a reverse merger took place. Anyhow, before I get off track, let's talk about the reason that we did not see the reverse merger. If we go back and check out the last 8K, which was filed on September 22nd, there seemed to be some last-minute negotiations with the sponsor and Tillman J Ferrtia, which I'm sure that pretty much every one of you knows is the Golden Nugget owner. Now, Ferrtia, of course, would be the controlling shareholder of the newly merged company. However, Lancadia wanted to negotiate one final change before this were to occur. As such, an amendment was negotiated which limits Ferrtia's super voting control over the company. That would occur only if his interests end up having less than a 30% economic stake in the company. So what exactly does this negotiated change mean for GNOG and its shareholders? Well, first of all, it would keep Ferrtia from remaining in control should he sell down his position. But it also has bullish implications. The only reason to keep Ferrtia from selling down his position would be if they believed that the value of the shares would rise enough to cause Ferrtia to sell. Now, this appears to be good for the shareholders, and while I'm delivering what can be considered as positive or good news, let's keep the streak alive by going into why this play is undervalued at its current price. So if we take a look at the last reported financial results and guidance provided by the company, we see that by all appearances, this seems to be a solid play with strong potential for future growth. But before I quickly run through the numbers, keep in mind that these numbers are just from the New Jersey operations. We know that GNOG is currently also trying to get into Pennsylvania and Michigan, and most definitely will be going after other states as legislation changes and makes those opportunities available. So here are the numbers. Gross gaming revenues came in at $28.2 million, which is an 85% increase when compared to the $15.3 million that we saw during the same period in 2019. Now, net revenue was at $24.8 million, which is an increase of 78% compared to the $13.9 million for the same period in 2019. And operating income of $8.5 million versus the $4.9 million in the second quarter of 2019, which is a 74% increase. The company has also stated that they will use the capital raised through the merger to expand the U.S. online gaming business wherever regulations provide for profitable growth opportunities. So here's what else you should consider. iGaming could have a total market opportunity of about $22 billion. Now, with that being said, even if GNOG winds up with just 5% of the market share, it would still translate into being a billion-dollar business. As the industry matures, customer acquisition costs, such as promotions and incentives, will come down drastically and margins will grow. So compared to established iGaming companies like Flutter, who have operating margins of over 20%, this makes LCA stock look cheap when using its implied market value post-merger of around $750 million. But the bear case is that it still remains questionable of whether LCA GNOG will have enough cash to fuel growth to $1 billion per share in revenue. Now, with $80 million in cash expected after the deal closes, compared to the bigger players like DraftKings, who have around $1 billion, bears would say that Golden Nugget is far behind its competition in both size and scale, calling it the underdog. But on the same token, Golden Nugget could make a great acquisition target. So what exactly is the current downside risk? Well, as we know, blank check companies usually trade at around a value of $10 per share. So at the current price, the downside risk pre-merger is around $3.5 per share. So in my opinion, or if you ask me, I would say this company is worth opening a position in and taking, a small risk in. But what I'm interested in is knowing what your opinion is. Do you feel that this is a company that is worth taking a risk on? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know how many shares you're holding. Let me know how long you've been holding. Let me know how long you plan on holding. What's your average cost? I really want to know everything. So let me know in the comments below. I do read all the comments and I look forward to seeing you there. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, you've made it to the end of the video. If you found this video helpful, I ask that you help this channel out by smashing that like button, as it motivates me to keep making videos just like this one every single day. If you're not a subscriber, you should consider subscribing, as I publish valuable content like this daily. You can do so from your screen right now, and if you want to check out more of my videos, you can click on the video that you'd like to see on your screen right now. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.